Dads, when did you look at your son and think, that's my boy? My 16-year-old started coming home with scraped knuckles and split lips. Different story every time. Slipped on ice, bumped into a door, caught a basketball wrong. Kid's always been clumsy, so I didn't think much of it at first. Then the lies got more creative. Fell off my bike, walked into a locker, got hit by a branch. But here's the thing. He doesn't ride his bike to school, and it was the middle of winter. No branches falling anywhere. My wife started getting suspicious first. Look at his hands, she said one night. His knuckles were raw, like he'd been punching concrete. When we asked directly, he just shrugged it off. I'm fine, Dad. Just been working out more. The breaking point came when he showed up to dinner with a black eye he couldn't explain. Really bad dodgeball game, he mumbled, not making eye contact. My wife and I exchanged looks. Time for the truth. Then I got the call from the high school principal. Mr. Johnson, your son's been getting into fights, she said. My heart absolutely sank. 3 separate incidents in 2 weeks. I thought we'd raised him better than this. But here's the thing, she continued, and her tone shifted completely. He's not starting them. He's finishing them, and you need to see this footage. Turns out there's this freshman kid named Marcus who'd been getting tormented every single day. Small for his age, quiet, wore thick glasses, had a stutter, basically had a target painted on his back. The same group of seniors would corner him after lunch, take his lunch money, dump his books, shove him into lockers, make him do their homework. Classic bullying, but absolutely vicious. My son had been watching this happen for weeks. The first time he stepped in, he just told them to back off, tried to de-escalate the situation. They laughed in his face and shoved him too. So he shoved back harder. The principal showed me security footage from the hallway camera. 5 seniors surrounding this tiny kid by the lockers, taking turns pushing him around like some sick game. Then my son appears at the end of the hall, sees what's happening, and walks straight into the middle of it. No hesitation whatsoever. Hey! He shouts, stepping between them and Marcus. 5-on-1? Real tough guys. The biggest one, probably 6'2" and built like a linebacker, gets right in his face. This doesn't concern you, Johnson. Walk away. Not happening, my son says, and I can see his jaw set in that stubborn way he gets when he's made up his mind. The linebacker throws the first punch, catches him right in the jaw. My son's head snaps back, but he doesn't go down. Instead, he steps forward and drops the kid with one clean uppercut to the gut. The other 4 scattered like roaches when the lights come on, the principal said. Your son helped Marcus collect his books, walked him to his next class, then went to the nurse for his split lip. Didn't say a word about what happened. This wasn't a one-time thing either. It had been going on for 2 weeks straight. Every single time they tried to mess with Marcus, my son would appear out of nowhere. He'd taken a beating more than once, but he kept showing up like some kind of guardian angel. The principal pulled up more footage. There's my son, 3 days earlier, taking on 2 seniors at once while Marcus escaped to class. Another clip from the previous week, him getting sucker punched but still managing to put one of them on the ground. Marcus's parents called me crying, she said. Their son actually wants to come to school now. First time in months he hasn't begged to stay home sick. When I picked him up from school that day, his face was a complete mess. Black eye, swollen jaw, bandaged knuckles, split lip. He looked like he'd gone 10 rounds with a heavyweight boxer and lost every round. Why didn't you tell me what was really happening? I asked as we sat in the parking lot. He shrugged, gingerly touching his swollen jaw. What was I supposed to say? Hey Dad, I've been getting into fights at school. You would have grounded me for life. You could have told me why you were fighting. He looked out the window for a long moment, watching other kids walk to their cars. Someone had to do something, he finally said. The teachers weren't doing anything real about it. They'd give the bullies detention, maybe suspension, and then it would get 10 times worse for Marcus the next day. That kid was getting absolutely destroyed every single day and nobody gave a damn. So you decided to give a damn? Yeah, he said, turning to look at me directly. I decided to give a damn. Marcus reminds me of how I was in middle school before I got bigger. Nobody stood up for me then either. That's when I knew. That's when I looked at my son, bruised, battered, suspended for fighting, facing possible expulsion, and thought, that's my boy. That's exactly my boy.